Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. So let's get down to it, shall we? The energies are, it's not that they're amplifying. We're getting what looks like reoccurring waves, just one after another. But it's paced at enough time that it's just, you either need to sink or swim, sink or swim. And those who are sinking are feeling like no matter what they do, they can't win. And again, remember I talked about the splitting of self so that the soul can emerge. The real true soul can emerge. And you can see that kind of like a walnut, you've got this big shell around you, but you got multiple shells around you protecting the actual walnut inside, which is of softer material. But it's actually kind of the opposite. What's inside all these layers of shells are actually this immaculate energetic that can't be harmed. It's been harmed in other lifetimes. It's been ridiculed, it's been persecuted, but not here, not now. That's old stories that we're telling ourselves not to shine our light. So with the splitting of cells, we have many people going through bizarre, weird psychological and physiological misunderstandings with themselves. So some think, again, they're supposed to exit the planet. And actually what they're doing is they're breaking through the shells. And maybe another lifetime that was the ending for them, but in this lifetime it's the beginning step of emerging. So we need to take the time to surround people who are going through this splitting and thinking that they need to exit. Surround them with a whole lot of love, giving them lifeline after lifeline after lifeline, like Tarzan. Like just going from one feeling to another feeling to another feeling. But each lifeline lets them know, okay, I'm okay, I can stay. Okay, I can stay. So we're anchoring, we're giving a stronger footing, we're tethering, we're binding down that soul so that that physical avatar doesn't take a step off the edge of the cliff. And then the soul has to exit this earth plane. And so that is not the avenue for many. So some people have explained it to me that they have felt like their insides were going to implode and just not being able to get relief. Like everything's rubbing on raw nerve, raw nerve, raw nerve. And if anyone has gone through chronic or acute pain, you know what that feels like. And there's not really medication that's gonna do much because you become immune to a lot of things that you've tried in the past. And so, again, Spirit keeps saying for all of us to take a moment, just to take a moment here. And breathe for those who are having a difficult time breathing. 2, energetically illuminate and emanate our divine love to those known and unknown who could be suffering in any way, shape, or form. And you may not know them or how to help anybody, but this is the one surefire way to deliver a celestial message to their beingness, that they feel the love that we're sending to each other and to others. Now, another thing that's coming up is patterns of fear. And that pattern of fear could just be not trusting the outcome of something. And again, I'm getting lessons left and right about this. I got excited for something. I thought for sure, pick me. I was picked. To have it delayed, to go into self-doubt. I'm not picked. And then all the stuff coming up, to immediately turning the table on that and saying, I trust that I will be where I am to be. I will be picked by the right pickings. I will pick, I will choose, I will be in collaboration with the end outcome of what it is that I'm feeling disturbances in, that is creating angst and fear and doubt and trepidation and minor anxiety and turmoil within my physical person. And whatever my physical person is going through, I'm emanating that out everywhere. It echoes, sometimes very loudly. And that's not taming my energy. That's doing harm. So I've been able to turn it around on a dime. Dun, 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 dun. In this direction, there I go. Whoops, here we go again. Ooh, it all comes up and I gotta, like a tumbling tumbleweed, I gotta find a different direction. I got it. So it's happening repeatedly, and I'm looking at it as, okay, I'm getting these final purges, and it's coming up, and whether it's discord or dis-ease or disruption or confusion, or I was just talking about zone technique therapy, where our messengers are leaving the spine or the brain with a message in it, and then it gets detoured. So I'm like going, okay, let me stop, drop, sit, connect with my breath, follow what I share, because I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't. Love myself, trust myself, know my guide team is here. At one point in the last 24 hours, I was like, fine, I give up. I don't even believe in any of this. Nope, you're gonna have to prove it to me, because I'm getting a little fed up. My human is just like, done. I feel like I'm playing an imaginary game. And then something will come up, and it's usually an orb. I get orbs, and they're of different colors, but I will have one particular because I know it's my higher self, and they come, and then I'll get a little sparkle flash, and then all I can do is smile, because I'm like, okay, fine, you're there. All right. So I'm tethering myself. I'm anchoring myself. I'm creating a stronger footing within myself so I can be a better lifeline to others who are going through maybe a lot worse than I'm going through. So go into the fear a little bit and ask, what is it that you're fearful of? I mean, so then what? And then so then what? And so then what, right? And then like today I said to myself, all right, well, what do? Do I stay in this little tummy rumbling and feeling the acidic juices bubbling and a little bit of nervousness? And does it change anything? No, it doesn't. It actually takes me out of the running of creativity. It takes me out of the running of creativity. I used to always say for decades, anxiety and worry will prevent you, block you, stop you dead in your tracks. from creation and resolution. You will have no resolution when you are a tumbling tumbleweed in all of those mixed emotions. And some people will think, well, it's my right. I'm human. I can fall apart. Well, you can, but how far are you going to fall? And here's the deal. How fast are you going to pick yourself up? How fast are you going to change your note and your frequency? And that, my friends, is something I'm personally experiencing again. I thought I was done with all of it. I thought I kind of had it on perfection. But I'm going through these peaks, valleys, ebbs, and tides as you are. But the waves right now are a little steady. They're the same pattern. It's just steady coming. Not necessarily knocking me down, but just steady coming. I know my constitution knows it's going to stay right here. And me worrying if someone else is going to stay or not is only going to, it's only going to put fractures in my anchoring. And that isn't where they want me to be, and that isn't where I want to be. So we can't all go down and crumble at the same time because I didn't keep my footing strong. So I'm not allowing myself to get pulled in to people that I know and I feel and I sense. Though it's not like it's tug of war, like they're purposely pulling me and I just can't hold on anymore and I'm losing my footing. It's more like, hey, this isn't my game. I wish you all the best. I'm sending you so much love. You've got to hit your peaks and valleys. You've got to hit your ebb and tide. You've got to figure out if you're going to do a deep dive. You got to figure out what's superficial, what's disruptive, what's distorted, what circumstances, what's fact, and what your constitution is. Is your inner constitution strong? Or do you feel faint of heart? Do you feel weebly wobbly? And if so, where's that coming from? Maybe then we need a session. Because right now we need to clear. So I actually got together with a few other people and I've done some exchange work recently because all of us are feeling like we need just a little bit more reinforcements. A little bit more help staying on that frequency, walking that tightrope. A little more help walking on that tightrope and seeing that there definitely is a net below if we fall, that we don't need to freeze because we're not going to fail. It's all a lesson. So again, I really encourage each and every one of you to put your hands on your heart a couple times a day and send love out to those who feel like that maybe they're at the end of their rope, they're done. Now, the other thing that keeps coming through is blessing, energetically aligning every thought, every step, everything, align it so that it will assimilate with the energetics of your body for its highest. Because in a client this morning, we were talking about, if I was a lamp and I didn't feel like I was giving off enough light, and I unplugged myself and I went all over my house and kept plugging it in, there's really no difference except for the room that I'm in. The plug is still the same amp. But I wouldn't take my lamp and go down the street and plug into a generator because I would implode. It wouldn't be a match. So you can't take a piece of fruit and say, you need to be the highest of everything, and you, and hand it up to, and come back down. and then you eat it, and then you, next thing you know, you don't understand why you're exhausted, you're not feeling well, you're tired, or whatever. It's because it's not congestible. I have to look up that word. It's not aligning with assimilating with who you are and where you are vibrating and where your energy ampules are at this moment. So you may, right? So bless things, of course, so that this may assimilate and accompany my body for its highest in this moment where it is now and where you're going. So it's fuel, and then you're amplifying the fuel to get you from this moment to the next moment to the next moment to the next moment. You're not going to sit down and eat a whole smorgasbord and expect that to hold you for a month. So energies for what it is that you need. If I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to be talking to a client and I need to be a little more cool, calm, and collected, I don't need to reach for a Java juice. Not that I have any or even know what the hell that is. You know what I'm saying? An amped up juice. It's so fortified, it's got everything in it. Oh yeah. And then I'm like, when I need to be woosah. I need to be totally woosah. So I wasn't thinking when I was in collaboration with what I was about to ingest. So I want everything physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and etherically to work with the energies as an energetic accordion for the highest lifeline, the highest livelihood of where I am in this moment, without tipping myself one way or the other because I overexposed myself by over-amplifying myself. Okay, they're saying there's another video on that, but it's going to be on something else, so we're going to just right here. You are a column of living, loving, crystalline plasma. Communication and energy come into that plasma, and it may invoke a feeling like, ooh, that felt weird. Oh, information just came in. Okay, it's not mine. I don't need to carry that. I'm gonna douse it with source love and take it back out of my field, back up to source light, not back to where it came from. Because we're communicating with this energetic plasma of the physical and energetic self. So we're working from the heart center, not all up in here. Spirit saying there's more on that video. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Now tomorrow I've got a great interview with Marina Jacoby. Yes. I've got Tom Kenyon tomorrow as well, which I'll post out. I've got Dr. Joe, a neuroscientist from the UK, on Thursday. So I've got a few nice videos coming out that I'll be posting. And then this weekend I'll be on a total sabbatical on a women's retreat. And I'm not even going to turn my phone on. Yeah. So take time for you. Self-nurture you. And as you do that, nurture and love all that is surrounding you, known and unknown. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Leave a comment.